All right, let's dive in. Today, we're talking about a piece of tech that's trying to do something pretty incredible. Take the power of a massive, expensive RF lab and literally put it in the palm of your hand.
You know, if you're an RF engineer, a radio hobbyist, or really anyone working with this stuff, this question, it probably hits a little too close to home. You spend hours, maybe even days, wrestling with the invisible world of radio waves, just trying to get your designs to work right. It can be a real fight.
And that fight is exactly what we're going to talk about first, the RF struggle. Because, to really get why the solution is so cool, you first have to appreciate just how tough the problem is.
And this quote, it just nails it, doesn't it? It perfectly sums up the dilemma. You're either stuck with professional-grade gear that costs a fortune and is chained to a lab bench, or you're trying to get by with simpler tools that just, well, they can't keep up with the frequencies we're using today.
And it absolutely is. Whether you're trying to tune an antenna, check a filter, or figure out some weird interference, trying to get good, accurate data without the right equipment can feel next to impossible. So, what if that could change? Just imagine, for a second, taking all the capability of that giant equipment and having it right where you need it, whether that's up a tower, out in the field, or just on your workbench without all the clutter. Well, you don't have to just imagine it. And that brings us right to our next section, a handheld solution. We're moving from the problem to the promise of something way, way better. And here it is. This isn't some far-off concept. It's a real tool you can get your hands on. The LiteVNA is specifically designed to be the answer to all those frustrations we were just talking about. Now, what's really important to understand is that this thing didn't just appear out of thin air. It's standing on the shoulders of giants. Tools like the NanoVNA that completely changed the game. But this takes that idea of portability and performance to a whole new level. It's a true leap forward. So what actually makes it such a big leap? Well, in this next part, we're going to look at its killer feature, its incredible ability to unlock the spectrum. Just look at that number, 6.3 gigahertz. That is the star of the show, right there. This ultra-wide frequency range is what really makes this device so powerful and so incredibly versatile. And here's what that range means in the real world. You're not just getting a tool for one specific task. Nope. You're getting one single portable device that can handle pretty much everything. From low-frequency ham radio bands all the way up to modern Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and even serious microwave stuff. We're talking about characterizing a custom satellite dish or checking a 5G antenna's performance right on site. Okay, but a wide frequency range is only half the battle, right? So for our next section, let's look at how the LiteVNA actually helps you turn all that raw data into real, actionable design decisions. The secret sauce here is its ability to measure something called S parameters. Now that might sound complicated, but it's really not. Think of it as a standard way to see how a component behaves. It just answers two simple questions. How much of a signal bounces back and how much gets through? That's it. It's the basic language of RF. And by measuring those simple things, reflection and transmission, you get all this other critical info. You can see your impedance matching, your insertion loss, your return loss, your SWR, everything you need to have real, actual confidence in your designs. And the best part? You can do all of this anywhere. That built-in 4-inch screen means you are not tied to a computer. Your analysis isn't stuck in the lab anymore. The lab is now wherever you happen to be. So you might be wondering, why this specific model? Well, in our final section, we'll break down the updated Advantage and see what really makes this latest version a big step up. Honestly, this chart kind of says it all. We're talking about real, meaningful upgrades everywhere that matters. You've got better dynamic range, which helps you see weaker signals, faster sweep speeds, which saves you a ton of time, and improved accuracy, which means you can trust your measurements more. This is not just a minor update. It is a serious performance boost. And really, that's the main takeaway.